Hello, I'm Mr. Sierra here with Mr. Treichelt, one of our very well-loved teachers at Freedom High School, also sometimes known as Mr. White. Do you have other nicknames?
Heisenberg, actually.
Heisenberg,
but Mr. White's okay.
Okay. With his cohort of colleagues that have a similar hairstyle, like with
Mr. Gaudier, Mr. Clark, Mr. Jonas, who's no longer here. He's retired last year, so yeah, there is a lookalike contest here at Freedom.
So you're going to be retiring from Freedom High School, but you didn't start at Freedom High School.
Tumbleweed Elementary, 1986.
Where is that?
That's in Palmdale, California.
Okay.
So it was my first year teaching. Was the first year that they had outlawed corporal punishment in California schools.
Where they could use a paddle?
They could use a paddle on students until 1985. My first year teaching was the first year that they had outlawed corporal punishment in the classroom.
And then where did you go from there?
Oh, well, several different schools in Palmdale. But then I was married back in 1992 and just picked everything up and taught in Houston Independent School District for a year.
All right.
So then came back home to Palmdale.
Okay, from California to Texas.
And then back to Palmdale.
But you're native from California?
Yes, yes.
All right.
Actually grew up at Walnut Creek.
Okay.
Yeah.
We shared a similar history. We got to go to spend some time in Mammoth Lakes.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
The place is still near and dear to my heart. I loved it there. Do you have any plan on going back there after you retire?
Hopefully, several times. There's a big music festival that I go to with my brother-in-law and my sister, and it's called Bluesapalooza, and we would like to hang out usually the first week of August. So, and it was usually during the first day of school. So now that I'm retired, I can go without worrying about leaving school at the same time.
I understand you were at Bristow Elementary or Middle School.
Yes.
My daughter went to Bristow.
Yes.
Before you came to Freedom. So what enticed you to come over to Freedom?
Oh, there was a few teachers. Mr. Bowden, who teaches the PUSH program, he was a good friend of mine. He kept on encouraging me for years, saying, "Hey, you got to come over to Freedom." And Miss Laval, she teaches English. I had taken college classes with her, master's classes, and she said, "Freedom's a family." And I never taught. I taught elementary kids, the little ones, for 30 years, and decided to try high school for the first time.
We definitely got that impression from the other people retiring this year who gave their speeches this morning. They really said there is a culture here at Freedom.
Yeah.
There's something about like the people, the staff. It feels like family in a way.
Oh, yes.
Are there any particular people that you really felt attached to at our school?
Oh, we talk about there's so many common experiences, but like Mr. Sierra, we both share the love of the Sierra Nevadas, and so we got to talk about that. But Mr. Bowden, of course, like we were friends before I came to Freedom, but I have too many friends to name amongst the staff. I mean, Mr. Cooper, Mr. Hollister, Miss Gaska, Miss Radaba, the staff here it's like family. And then, of course, the students that we have here, we kind of feel that the students are our family as well.
Do you have any favorite memories or moments?
Mr. Ashton and I, who is probably one of my best friends here on campus, we were both class advisors for the class of 2021. And we, of course, if you guys remember that was the COVID year where we couldn't, we were one of the two groups that couldn't have our senior prom in San Francisco. Like the tradition was that the seniors would earn money and then they'd go to San Francisco and they couldn't have a prom. And the class of 2020 didn't even get to have a prom. Mr. Ashton and I had to organize our own prom, and we had the senior prom here in the main quad with DJ Stash, and we actually had two different DJs. Like we had some of our own students were doing a silent one where DJing, where they had the headphones on and had three different dances going on, and then we had a magician out on the field for the seniors, and everyone was dressed up as senior ball, senior prom, but we managed to pull off a senior prom when everyone had to wear masks. And it was a major accomplishment with the help of what you talk about, that culture of freedom, like family. It's like the parents, the teachers, and then the students themselves. The senior class did a bang up job. It was like one of the most memorable nights of my life was the senior prom in the main quad, because we had to kind of build it from scratch. And we didn't even know they were going to cancel it on us. But we still held it together and put it together. And actually, I think, I hate to do this, I keep that. It was so memorable. I keep a picture of that. Like, this is Mr. Ashton and Haley Ramirez and myself, our class president. This is a picture I hold very dear to my heart. This was a special night with some special people, because we actually had an actual graduation. So we were allowed to. We had to space out all the chairs and stuff, but that was kind of special because Sean, Mr. Clark, his son actually got to give the senior speech for us as well. And,
oh, sweet.
And he had us all chanting like, "Are you ready, kids?" from the SpongeBob SquarePants. And so, which was the theme for our float too. So when we did homecoming, so it kind of came full circle. So that class of 2021 with the help of Mr. Ashton and of course Haley Ramirez and all the rest of the kids. Actually, Miss Gonzalez's Jackie in the book room, her daughter was a class of 2021. That was a special group of kids. That was a special memory.
So it really does feel like family. As kids, teachers' kids are coming through the high school.
Right.
Mr. Dunn, Mr. Clark, and So what are your plans after retirement?
Oh, I don't know. Hey, do I have any plans? That your cameraman knows that I plan on traveling quite a bit. My wife and I already have plans to go to Croatia, Italy, Alaska, and the Mexican Riviera, all before we get to November of this year. So
wow.
So yeah, we've got some major trips.
Get some stamps in that passport.
You got it. So
sounds like fun.
Yeah, we love to travel.
Anything you want to say for the teachers or students as you're kind of bidding farewell at Freedom?
Oh, so just thank you for having me, man. I've really enjoyed my time here with. It's been great seeing my students, go from like when freshmen where they really struggled, like moving, from class to class with the block schedule, and then, like right now, this interview is being conducted in my classroom, and everyone's kind of doing their own thing, but yet they're getting stuff accomplished, and so it makes me feel good that they've learned how to learn on their own, and be self-sufficient. So my students, I'm very proud of them, and I know I couldn't have done it without the help of the faculty because I know that they care about the students as well, and they've helped me help my students, and so I couldn't thank everyone enough.
Wonderful. Well, you've definitely left a legacy here, and even just the number of years that you've been at Freedom, you're highly respected, well loved, and I'm sure you're going to be missed.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Sierra. I appreciate that.
Wish you the best.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.